And we live. Hello everybody. Another painting stream from me today with more Fire and Heldrake. I'm trying a slightly different camera angle. It's actually like the camera's like in front of me now. So maybe that'll be better. I'm gonna put a little bit of cream, just a tiny bit of cream on my finger. Ah, George is here.
Little bit of cream.
Little bit of cream. We went to Lush today, so I got a cream that's been like genuinely helping my finger because they gave me a sample pot, but I finished it. So
Fair enough.
rub some of that on me fingy.
Rub it.
It's still, my finger still looks like much worse than it is on camera, but it doesn't look as bad as it did. I mean, still not, you know, still not great, but last week it looked like I had leprosy or something. So, you know, at least I don't look like I'm falling apart quite so much. Hello, Bashimi. It is Bashimi. I'm gonna move the light just slightly so I can actually see chat. Get this on camera. Oh yeah. So, leprosy stream. Yep. Leper stream. Stuff and things involving stuff and things.
Whoa,
Good.
wild. The stuff and things that
Professional
involve
streamer.
stuff and things. Wild.
I know, insane.
I could never. I'm sorry. This stream's too wild for me. I
Too
just
much.
got.
You gotta leave. Oh, he's gone. He is gone. Bashimi, you'll be happy to know that this is dry now.
Are you gonna paint the fire now?
Yeah, it's finally dry. Tell you what, I need to get
Women,
my
whenever they
reference.
see me, am I right?
They
Am I
call
right,
me Ben
gamers?
Shapiro because women dry up when I'm around. Heldrake, walk flame base, give me them reference images. Okay, this should be relatively straightforward, to be honest. Thank fuck it's dry, we'd have a problem if it wasn't after a week, yeah. Yeah. Right. That I need to mix up my paints. So you know what that means. Everybody's
It's time for the
favorite,
vibrator. I mean, what?
the deep muscle vibrator. The Paint Mixer 3000. I am running on not enough food today, in all honesty. We just ran out of time to eat, to be honest. Because Leo had rehearsals. We're going to get McDonald's after he's back from rehearsals. But we just ran out of time. So I'm running on potato waffles and misshapen Jaffa cakes. That's been my day.
I haven't had any form of din-dins. I had lunch. My lunch was pretty good. Where I work on Thursdays, there's a few like street food vans, so that's pretty cool. I got a nice focaccia sandwich
Oh, nice.
with Cajun chicken, cheese, lettuce, and chipotle mayo.
Nice. I got a sriracha mayo from Lidl and it's so good.
Nice.
It's time to see how sensitive Twitch when it comes to vibrators. I mean, this should be fine. There's nothing like explicit going on here. I'm mixing paints. And also it's not actually a vibrator, so... I mean, it does vibrate. But it's not a vibrator. You know? cause a joke if it wasn't clear. It was clear. Clear like my cum.
Should it be? I don't think it's.
Have you seen that McDonald's and junk food is I can't remember exactly what it is, but it was basically like, there's toxins in cum that comes from like meat and junk food and stuff. A good healthy vegan man's cum should be perfectly clear like water. Did I finish the dragon? No. No, I have not. So we will be putting on the fluorescent paints, and then we will be waiting for it to dry. Yeah, he's still got like a few more wings to go, and then also a lot of the gold will need a second coat because it's not very like even. Much louder when I do it that way up. Feel like you've seen Transformer toys like that dragon? Probably. It's like Starscream. Man, I used to have a Transformers game on the DS.
Yeah, well, I think I had it as well.
And it was mid.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't save a lot of the like. So I think some vehicles you could transform into like saved, and some of them didn't. You had to find them, but then you had to find them every time you wanted to be them. But there were like some special ones. Like I think you could find a fighter jet. But there were also no people in that game. There were like vehicles, and that was kind of it.
Transformers, but in the Cars universe.
I had to watch it. Still directed by Michael Bay.
Obviously.
Paint palette is all dusty. Just like me cum. When you go to cum, and only water,
and only
dust comes out. Only water comes out.
Like a true vegan man.
Exactly. So we'll see if this yellow is any better now that it's been like vigorously vibrated. I kind of feel like I should vibrate it more, to be honest, just to be safe. After my last encounter with it was just not great, you know? Let's give it another go. So, did you watch the game last night?
No, I didn't. I
don't even know if there was a game last night.
I know there was a hockey game last night because Blaine watched it. Blaine was there.
I know nothing about hockey.
I know what I've picked up through them.
Go Beavers! Are Beavers a hockey team?
Maybe.
I think they might be.
Not a British one, at least, though.
Oh, no. Canadian. Shall I look it up? Let's find out. I forgot to tell Leo I'm live. Beavers hockey. I didn't even know we had hockey in the
Yeah.
in the UK, to be honest. Well, I did know actually, because when me and Leo would go ice skating, there would almost always be a hockey team there practicing. And they absolutely chew up the ice and just ruin it for everyone else using the rink.
Mm.
There are many Beavers hockey teams. Some of which are Beavers as in like young scouts, and some of them are adults.
Mm. Oh yeah, because like one of the junior cub, one of
Yeah.
the junior scouts is the
It's Beavers, then
Beavers.
Cubs, then Scouts. I was never in Beavers, but I was in Cubs.
I always wanted to do it, but I never actually got around to like doing it.
It was fine. Everything was a bit underfunded, so the camps weren't like as good as you'd hope. Hey, it's the song that sounds like it's from Sherlock. Blood on the Cobblestones from The Witcher 3. It just sounds exactly like it comes from literally either the Benedict Cumberbatch one or the Robert Downey Jr. one. Like, it could be from either. It's perfectly between the two. Bendy Spoon, Cucumber Patch. Right, so first thing to note, which is probably a good sign, the yellow paint feels less, it's like thinner. It's not as thick as it was before. And I haven't even watered it down yet. Am I going to want an in-between yellow? Like just a normal yellow? I might do. Fluorescent yellow into normal yellow into fluorescent orange into red, like fluorescent magenta into normal red. Will probably work pretty well. Actually, maybe didn't need to water down this yellow. Let's find out. About whenabouts do we want the yellow to really start, like... Yeah, I actually think I watered this down a bit too much. It's fine, I'll just do multiple coats. We just might be waiting a while for it to dry. This actually looks more yellow on camera than it does in real life. Right, well, while that dries, start vibrating the orange. Or do I do some normal yellow first? I'll do the normal yellow between the orange. Welcome back, Bashimi. You can hear that these paints are a lot thinner. You know me, they call me the paint lobotomizer. These ones honestly, you probably don't need as much painting. Mixing. Ow. Probably enough for the orange. More orange.
Orange, you glad? I didn't say. I don't know.
Orange. It's one of those jokes that, you know, kids never learn, they just know.
Mm.
Much like rock, paper, scissors. No one ever teaches you rock, paper, scissors. It's just a universally known game. Monkey.
Monkey! Johnny Vegas!
Monkey, this tea tastes like shite. Monkey, did you shit in my tea again?
Called Fertile.
Who even was Johnny Vegas? Internet died and I couldn't type for a solid minute, like my messages wouldn't go. We
I think
missed
he's like
them
a
so
comedian
much.
or something.
As a comedian,
Yeah.
clearly not a very good one.
Wow.
the fire looks. It sure does. It will look better when I start dry brushing. Like right now, oh, that side gradiented a lot better. Right now, it's only the base. This is literally just meant to be like a flat gradient. Forgot a word and now it looks super mean.
It looks.
It sure is one of the fires of all time. But no, like, it actually looks better on camera than it does in real life, so you're getting a better view of what I am. Mine looks like shit. But it's all part of the plan. I was going to say it looks promising. Yeah. So it starts off with this, and then once that's dry, we start like dry brushing. And that will start blending the colors together and start like making it look like it's hotter in the middle and like cooler on the out and all that kind of thing, you know? Trust the process type thing. Exactly. It's like that method of painting metal that people do, which is absolutely insane. And I do want to learn it at some point. I can't remember what it's called. It has a specific name, but it's when you do all of the like, you basically hand paint all of the reflections and shading and stuff in the metal. Instead of just using like Nuln Oil and stuff. It's got a name. But on camera, that actually looks like pretty fucking good though. Right, now we vibrate the red. And while I vibrate the red, I'm going to go to Mark Humes' Twitter, where I can find out the name of the paint type. Like, technique. Not his Twitter, sorry. His Instagram. It's called NMM.
NMM.
Painting. Non-metallic metal, it's called.
Oh.
If I just do a quick screen share, you'll see what I mean. This kind of thing. Where this guy's armor was done entirely using non-metallic paints. And like some people are just insanely good at it. And I really want to learn it, but also like, you know, painting Warhammer is already pretty time consuming. But when you combine NMM with like 1-point lighting,
yeah,
stuff like that looks fucking incredible. Some people are just insane. Oh hell yeah, it's Shovel Knight.
yeah.
So yeah, I'd love to at some point learn it. But it is also one of those things where like, not only is it really hard and will take a lot of practice, it's also way more expensive. Because instead of using one metal paint on one shade, you end up needing like 5 different shades to do one piece of metal. Why won't the paint come out? I think my Vallejo red is clogged. Me watching the stream at 240p. Yeah, it looks good. Is it the BB? No. Why are you clogged? Or is it the BB? Let me vibrate it a bit more. If we can hear the BB, then the BBs come loose. Okay, I can hear the BB, which means that shouldn't be clogging the nozzle. Which means if something's still clogging the nozzle, then the nozzle is clogged. Okay, I'm gonna need a needle. Where is Leo's sewing needles? Got a pin. There we go. Let's keep that to hand just in case I need it. There we go, we got that nice magenta-y red. The red seems a lot thicker than the orange did. I might need to turn the saturation down on my camera. Because damn, that's looking a bit insane. That's a bit better. Turn the contrast down. Still insane, but it's not as insane.
Sorry, I had to go do something.
I can't believe you'd do this to me, George. Terrible friend. Having to do things. SMH.
I know.
How's Hades?
Is good. I'm enjoying it, and yeah,
Have you
the
died
fucking no, not yet.
Not a single time.
Though I've not today. I've died many times,
You ever
especially
died?
in this one.
Can't believe you would lie to me. One day I'll stream Hades, maybe.
Hades nuts.
Hades nuts. I haven't seen such disrespect since Updog. Looks very thin, the paint. Yeah, I'm going to be doing multiple coats. Don't you worry none. The thin paint's good because it means that it's it runs into the crevices, which is where the colour on a fire should be brightest, because that's where it's the hottest. So then when I dry brush over the top and start bringing the reds into the orange and the orange into the yellow and the yellow into the white, it'll look like it's hot inside and the outer bits are colder. Did you die?
No. I said fuck it. Not fuck.
No swearing on my Christian fucking stream, George.
Fuck and bugger.
No, we're live.
Do not say fuck or bugger. Shit. Fuck. Bugger.
And definitely don't talk about buggering. Or cottaging, for that matter.
You know me, I enjoy a bit of cottaging me.
At the very end of the last stream, it wasn't dry, so we didn't get a look at the rock texturing. Ah, yeah. I did go and dry brush all the rock and make it all rocky. Bugger sounds so mild, it's insulting to insults. I know. Fucking bugger it. Alright, we're going to do some normal red now. I don't think I'm going to need the normal yellow, to be honest. I'll do some normal red. And that will start to really bring the brightness out of it towards the end. And it'll start to, you know, look like it's losing its heat. You can actually see the rock texture better at this angle while it's on the table.
Oh, I bought some of that paint the other day.
Oh, nice. The Astro Granite.
Astro Granite, and I bought the crackly dirt one as well.
Nice. I want to get the crackly dirt one to do some lava. A lava.
Mr. Lava Lava.
They call me Mr. Lava Lava.
Mr. Lava Lava.
You know they call me Mr. Bombastic. Does he say Fanny Fantastic in that song?
Fucking maybe, I don't know.
It sounds like it. It sounds like he says, you know they call me Mr. Bombastic, Fanny Fantastic. But I've never known if that's actually it.
I've always thought it was very fantastic, but that, to be honest, that makes more sense.
This red paint is old. Oh, you know what? I'm using Mephiston red. Mephiston red's quite dark. I probably don't want to use it. Where's my other red? Oh never mind. Mephiston red's the lighter one. Corn red's the dark one. Where's my other red? He's right here on call with me.
What? Wild.
You're the other red.
Who? Wait, who's the first red?
Mephiston.
You know what? That's fair.
Mr. Bombastic lyrics. Wow, it was by Shaggy. How did I never know? She call me Mr. Bombastic. Tell me fantastic.
Okay, that's not what I was expecting.
Touch me on my back. She says I'm Mr. Romantic. Call me fantastic. Call me on my back. She says I'm Mr. Ro. I have never, ever been able to decipher the lyrics before. Shaggy also being famous for such incredible hits as It Wasn't Me.
Mm-hmm.
And did he also do When I Get High?
I think so.
Oh, when I get high, oh, when I get high, oh, when I get high. When I Get High. Oh, no, it wasn't. When I Get High was by Afro Man.
Oh, yeah.
Course it was. Course it was. I can't believe you'd lead me awry, George. I know that you're a massive hip-hop guy.
You know me.
They call you Mr. Hip-Hop.
They call me Mr. Bombastic.
Damn.
Bombastic
Are
side
you
eye.
actually Shaggy? From Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, I'm more likely Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Shaggy Rogers from such hits as Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Velma. He wasn't called Shaggy in Velma, was he? I think he was called what Shaggy's actual name is.
Yeah, like Norman?
Something like that. That got flagged by Automod for saying French is fucking. I'm gonna allow it, because... Is he really called Sammy in French? That's kind of fucking hilarious, though. Sammy Rogers. Is
Sammy
it Norman?
Paul.
It begins with an N, doesn't it? It's not like
I think
Norbert,
it is Norman.
it?
I think it is Norman.
Norville.
Oh. Spreading all the misinformation today.
Damn. Banned. You will never work with Disney. That is fucking hell. That is a thick, like
that is
that's
a thick ass boy.
that is a
Damn,
pigmented
boy,
red.
thick.
That red has
That's
some pigment to it. Okay. Well, if this wasn't already where the fire is definitely ending, it is now. Damn, boy!
Hey, that's a thick ass boy.
You know they call me Mr. Bombastic. She tell me fantastic. What a weird song. famously performed by the artist Big E Cheese.
Hell yeah. My guy Biggie Cheese.
Popularized by Big E Cheese. I can't believe they used a Shaggy song in a kid's cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Big E Cheese was like the original Rizzler.
He was.
I feel like when the term Riz kind of first started taking off, Big E Cheese was one of the like images used. I feel like this is a joke of some kind. The fuck is Big E Cheese? Google it.
From Ratatouille.
It's spelt Big E Cheese. No, not from Ratatouille.
Was he not from Ratatouille?
Nah, dude. Damn, I can't believe you're a fake fan.
I am a fake
Are you
fan.
a fake Big E Cheese fan?
I am.
Nah, he was from that cow animation.
Barnyard?
Barnyard. I couldn't remember what it was called. I'm the fake fan.
Yo,
They're all in a barn that's like set up like a pub, and Big E Cheese is performing, and they're all drinking milk.
I had the Barnyard game on the PS2.
Damn, you are a true fan.
You know me, big Barnyard fan.
Big Barnyard fan. Do you think Barnyard holds up?
No.
Who was even in it? I swear it had like someone fairly big as the main guy. I'm gonna look it up and it's fucking like Brendan Fraser or something.
Imagine Brendan Fraser.
It's gonna be Brendan Fraser or Christian Bale. Ah, yes, the cow animation. That explains everything. I mean, George got it. I don't know what it would have been called in France, like Le Barnyard.
Le Barnyard.
Great minds think alike. Le Barnyard. I may want to go over this quite dark red on some of it with some fluorescent red once it's a bit more dry, just to really make it look like it's still a little bit glowy, even though the heat is like dissipating at this point. Still a wash of flame. Barnyard was from a weird era of kids' cartoons.
Mm.
We had like Barnyard Over the Hedge.
Oh my god.
Over the Hedge was a banger though.
See, I only remember seeing it once when it was in the cinema.
You saw it in the cinema?
Hell yeah, dude.
Damn, I didn't. I had it on DVD.
I don't remember anything about it. The only thing I know about the film is when we went to see it in the cinema, my mum fell asleep.
It has a squirrel in it, and he drinks caffeine. And times he becomes the Flash. They basically made the Flash movie before the Flash did.
Oh.
It's also very similar to Hoodwinked in the regard of a squirrel drinking caffeine and becoming insanely fast. I have a
Wait.
headache.
What are you doing here? What the fuck?
Have you been ambushed?
Yeah. In a way I wasn't expecting. And it's gone. Okay.
Just what are you doing here? The fuck? Me when I meet the Minotaur on his own for the first time.
Romeo and Juliet. I think Romeo and Juliet was after.
Romeo and Juliet, we were in secondary school, I think.
Yeah.
I never watched it because even for a teenage me, it looked like dog shit.
It was.
So I never saw it. Was it? Can you confirm it was in fact dog shit?
It was, in fact, dog shit.
Who was in it? Didn't that have some big actors?
Elton John. Ozzy Osbourne was also in it.
Oh my god. Who voiced the main character? I swear if it was like Chris
I
Pratt.
don't remember. It wasn't
Right.
Chris Pratt.
We're gonna look up
I
Romeo
don't
and
remember.
Juliet. And then I'm gonna look up Barnyard. Romeo and Juliet was 2011.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Don't.
James McAvoy and Emily Blunt as Romeo and Juliet.
Oh.
Maggie Smith in it. Michael Caine.
Big
Jim
Rick, Maggie
Cummings.
Smith.
Jason Statham. Stephen
Fucking
Merchant.
what?
Patrick
Oh,
Stewart.
Stephen Merchant.
Hulk Hogan.
Fucking. Wait, what the
Dolly
fuck?
Parton. Matt
Fucking
Lucas.
all-star cast out here.
What the fuck? And it got a 5.9 out of 10 on IMDb? What? Right, now I'm looking up Barnyard. Barnyard IMDb. Who voiced the main cow? Otis the cow was voiced by Kevin James.
It probably isn't, but for some reason that name's familiar.
He appears to be a stand-up comedian.
Oh.
He was Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yo! Oh, it's him. Yep, okay, I know him. Paul Blart Mulfart.
It also had Sam Elliott in it, who I can actually literally visualize the character he played as well. Sam Elliott is your like the really stereotypical like rugged cowboy, like old cowboy.
Hmm.
He's usually like the voiceover in like proper westerns. I think he might have even been the voiceover in like Django. Not Django, sorry. That's the to be fair, he might have been in Django. No, what am I thinking of? The one with the chameleon.
Rango.
Rango.
With Johnny Depp.
With Johnny Depp, yeah. I don't think he was in it. Damn.
Is this Johnny Depp pre or post Megapint?
That's a good question. Is this how we measure eras now? I prefer measuring my age and my era in how many Spider-Man movies there have been.
True.
Because there have been, I think, in our lifetimes, on average, like a Spider-Man movie every 4 years. Who else was in? Danny Glover. I don't know who he is.
Not Donald Glover.
No. Barnyard didn't have quite the cast that...
Romeo and Juliet.
Danny Glover was famous for such roles as Robert Murtaugh in Lethal Weapon. I got no idea. Yeah, Barnyard didn't, but arguably, I mean, Barnyard. Oh, okay, no, Barnyard has worse ratings than Romeo and Juliet. How? I remember, as a kid, I thought Barnyard was good. I mean, it almost definitely wasn't. It was about a cow that fights foxes. I cannot get over the cast of Romeo and Juliet, though. Jesus. Who was it by? Was it Universal?
Probably.
I can't think of who else would have the money for that cast. Yeah, featuring the music of Elton John. Elton John does the soundtracks for a lot of musicals.
Hmm.
I genuinely don't know who made Romeo and Juliet. Oh, was it Disney? No, it wasn't. No.
No way it was fucking Disney.
What the fuck? According to Wikipedia... No, distributed by Walt Disney Studios, but production companies, Touchstone Pictures, Rocket Pictures, and Stars Animation. I have not heard of any of those animation studios. What have they made? Highest grossing films.
Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, so Touchstone Pictures' highest grossing films. Signs... Armageddon, Pearl Harbor. Okay, so a pretty big studio, but not known for animations. Rocket Pictures. Pretty much just Romeo and Juliet and Sherlock Gnomes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Sherlock Gnomes.
And a bunch of stuff with Elton John. Okay, and jam-filled entertainment? Films. Romeo and Juliet isn't even listed on their films. They clearly had such a big role.
Oh.
The fuck is Sherlock Gnomes? It's Romeo and Juliet, but it's Sherlock. And also the animation looks somehow worse. And when I say it's Romeo and Juliet, but Sherlock, I literally mean...
Oh. Oh my god, it actually is Romeo and Juliet, but they also just put another character in there.
It's just Sherlock, yeah. And also a sexy frog?
I think the sexy frog was in the first one.
Ah. It's to sequel, because one thing that Romeo and Juliet needed was a sequel. I think this is done now. No. I guess I have to wait for it to dry. the phrase that is the death of the stream. Well, be grateful. I was gonna play Dark Tide, so be grateful I'm not doing that. Right. It should dry quicker though, because I haven't used the ink. So at least there's that.
Yeah.
So we'll put that back there. And let's start doing some more gold. Gold, gold. Literally couldn't tell you the lyrics for that song if you had a gun to my head. But I know a grand total of 2 words from that song.
Is it gold and gold?
Gold and gold. Tell you what song I do have off by heart though. Fucking. I was gonna say Terps Division.
No.
Mahogany Doors. Is that any
No. No. Arguably worse.
better? What about you've been watching the CAF cast?
Fuck. Stop.
They're the only ones I know.
The only song.
There were other members of the Ogscast.
No.
Wait, don't do anything impressive. I have to look up vampire gameplay. Okay. Why not Vampire Survivors? The better vampire game.
But Chimmy, you've been watching the stream, right? You're expecting something impressive?
I'll just put Romeo and Juliet back up on the screen. Oh, sorry, Sherlock Gnomes.
Sherlock Gnomes. Beautiful.
They're on a mission to bring every gnome home.
I think that it should have been they're on a mission to bring everyone gnome.
Everyone gnome. That would have been better. What else did Touchstone Pictures make? So Signs, Armageddon, Pearl Harbor, Lincoln, Pretty Woman, The Help, Wild Hogs, Three Men and a Baby, The Proposal, The Water Boy, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Sister Act.
This is a fucking diverse portfolio. Jesus Christ.
Anything else? Sweet Home Alabama, Good Morning Vietnam. Is that fucking
Robin Williams?
It's Robin Williams. I've never heard of this movie.
Have you've never heard the quote, the like, "Good morning, Vietnam"?
To be fair, I've probably heard that. Dick Tracy. Gone in 60 Seconds, starring Nick Cage and Angelina Jolie. And Christopher Eccleston.
What?
What the fuck is this? What is this movie? We're just going on a deep
bag.
dive now. Gone in 60 Seconds is a 2000 American action heist film starring Nicolas Cage, Angelina Jolie, Giovanni Ribisi, whoever that is. Oh, he looks familiar. Christopher Eccleston, Robert Duvall, Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones.
Anyone else I've heard of? Nah. Dude, I love deep dives like this. Let's see what films Christopher Eccleston was in. Obviously, you know, Doctor Who. Not a film, but...
That's my favorite.
Oh, you know what film he was in that I wasn't expecting? Fucking 28 Days Later.
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen that film.
I know of it. I've not seen it, but I know of it.
Genuinely, probably one of the better zombie films. Yeah, Christopher Eccleston's like a villain in it. Starring Cillian Murphy. Good film. 28 Weeks Later, not as good. And I think 28 Months Later is coming out soon. And I'm not looking forward to it, to say the least. However, 28 Weeks Later did have Hawkeye in it.
Oh.
28 Weeks Later, 2007, starring Jeremy Renner and Rose Byrne.
Fuck.
Not 28 Months Later. When's that coming out? And also, what's it even going to be about? Because the plot of 28 Weeks Later... Oh, sorry, my mistake. 28 Years Later. The plot of 28 Weeks Later is that all of the zombies have died. So what's 28 years later gonna be about? It's got Ralph Fiennes in it. It's got Cillian Murphy again. It's got Ralph Fiennes. The fuck? And Aaron Taylor Johnson. He looks familiar.
Okay, good.
Who else is in this? Jack O'Connell. He also looks familiar. Oh, he's one of them British actors. He was
One
in
of them,
Unbroken. Who is Erin Kellyman? She looks really familiar. She was in something recently, I think. Oh, she was Enfys Nest in Solo. One of the coolest characters that got, like, barely any screen time or relevance in the film. What are the deep dives? What else was Christopher Eccleston in?
Wait, so good.
Christopher Eccleston was in G.I. Joe, Rise of the Cobra.
Yo, let's go.
I did know that he was in Thor. He was in Thor: The Dark World as the main villain.
Oh.
Not that you could tell because he looks like a Teletubby. What about TV? What was he in TV? Obviously Doctor Who. What's he been in recently? True Detective. What's Thor: The Dark... The fuck do you mean, what's Thor: The Dark World?
France just skipped that movie, it seems.
Do you have movies in France?
What's a Thor?
It's Thor 2. Is it the one everyone forgets about? Yes. Although arguably it's actually better than the first one. The first two Thor movies weren't great, I'll be honest. I didn't think the first Thor movie was too bad when I first watched it, but it kind of doesn't hold up. I rewatched them when Ragnarok came out. Not Ragnarok, the new one.
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder. Ragnarok's a good one.
I enjoyed Love and Thunder.
So did I. I don't know why everyone hated it so much. It's just like quality Taika Waititi. Love a bit of Taika. Taika Grove.
Taika Grove.
Don't kill me, please, but I never watched most MCU films like No Thor, Captain America, or Iron Man.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, most of them aren't really worth it anyway. Captain America is mid. Iron Man is... The first one was kind of good. The second one was alright. The third one was a bit shit. The Avengers movies I never really liked. I still haven't watched Endgame.
Fair enough.
I watched Avengers Infinity War and was like, okay, I don't care anymore. And yeah, never watched Endgame. Found the first Avengers movie really boring, I won't lie. And thought Age of Ultron was fine. Although I hold the opinion that most Marvel fans will literally crucify me for. I prefer X-Men.
Over Avengers.
Yeah,
Fair.
but the problem with X-Men is that most of the movies got absolutely shat on.
Mm.
Like, I mean, obviously, best X-Men movie is Origins.
X-Men Origins of Wolverine, hell yeah.
X-Men First Class was really good. That was one of the best ones, I think. One of the biggest problems I have with the X-Men movies, however, I'm going on a tangent now. My favorite two X-Men have been absolutely fucked in every single iteration of the movies.
Mm.
Rogue and Gambit. Unpopular opinion, I liked Days of Future Past. I actually liked Days of Future Past, to be honest.
I remember seeing that one in the cinema, and I think I enjoyed it.
I still don't know why Kitty was able to send him back in time. But, I really liked that I think it was X-Men 3, they referenced the fucking Juggernaut meme.
Oh, yes! On the Juggernaut!
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch! Quicksilver is my favorite X-Man, and I love Evan Peters. Same to both, to be honest. He's not my favorite X-Man, but he is up there, and I do love Evan Peters. And then the Avengers shat all over Quicksilver as well. But just Rogue and Gambit have just never gotten any good appearances in the movies, and it makes me sad. In the original trilogy, in the original X-Men trilogy, Rogue was just like a whiny baby the whole time. Like, granted, yeah, I totally get her view and why she wanted to get rid of her powers, and also fucking, I think it's Storm that just completely obliviously is like, why would we want to get rid of our powers?
There's a cure, and Storm's like, no, there's no cure because
we don't need. We're not something that needs curing. And Rogue's there like, I literally fucking kill anyone I touch. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. But she's the best X-Men. Fuck. Best X-Men. God. In the one of the animations, she doesn't just absorb people's powers, she absorbs their memories.
I'll be honest, I don't know much about X-Men.
I like X-Men. She absorbs people's memories as well as their powers, and Xavier tries to invade her mind, and it's just such like fucking horrific mess of like other people's memories that he's literally not able to decipher anything from it. The Kitty thing, I think, is a nod to the thing in the X-Men comics where mutants got secondary mutation. Kitty's powers is basically slipping through time and not space. Because didn't they did a director's cut of Days of Future Past where it's Rogue instead of Kitty, and it's like Rogue absorbs the power from someone else, I think. Her absorbing memories is just a Rogue thing, like in everything except in the movies. Yeah, I thought so. The movies just didn't care. It was just like, whatever. Whatever you say, loser. Fucking nerd. What are you, fucking nerd? And then they started rolling back the X-Men, and then we had the worst X-Men film, Dark Phoenix. God, that movie was not good. If you could make a movie out of entirely one-liners, like That's basically what the movie is. It's like every single conversation is someone says something and then someone comes back with like a deep like whoa one-liner, and it's so bad. And then Jack Black became Steve.
I am Steve.
Dark Phoenix was malfunction in the cinema. I watched it and I think it made it better. It was... Sorry, what?
I think Bachimi's saying there was a malfunction in the cinema when they went to watch it, and that improved
it. I once went to a cinema. I can't remember what movie we watched, possibly the first Puss in Boots movie, and they didn't turn on the projector for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And everyone just thought that, at first everyone was like, oh, it's just like Puss in Boots narrating on a black screen. And then it got to a point where everyone was like, I don't think this is supposed to be happening. Oh, you know a film that is coming out that does actually look kind of good though? What's it called? The Wilderness Robot? Something like that?
Oh,
The
Bastion.
Wild Robot? Basically Bastion from Overwatch, yeah. The Wild Robot. The art style of it looks really good. It looks really pretty. It's giving like Puss in Boots and Spider-Verse and that kind of thing. Like it's 3D animation but very painterly. Have you seen The Little Prince? Le Petit Prince. Movie about the book. It's a good film, really good film actually. I only recently learned that the Little Prince is one of the highest selling books of all time. The list of best selling books is kind of surprising. Like, I thought that Lord of the Rings would be up there higher. So the highest selling book of all time, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, selling over 200 million sales. Then you have The Little Prince selling 200 million. Then you have The Alchemist, that I've not even heard of, in 1988.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've not heard of that
selling
one.
150 million. Then Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. Then Dream of the Red Chamber, which is a Chinese book from the 1700s. Then The Hobbit. Then Alice in Wonderland. Then The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. How far down?
The second book in the Narnia series.
Yeah. Yeah. Then Shia History of Adventure, The Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
Harry Potter number 2, The Catcher in the Rye, Harry Potter number 3, Harry Potter number 4, Harry Potter number 5, Harry Potter number 6, Harry Potter number 7. Still haven't got to The Lord of the Rings yet. The Hobbit was really high up there though. I didn't know The Hobbit sold more than The Lord of the Rings. But yeah. Oh god, why is Lolita so high up on this list? That book's fucked. I mean, I know it's a book, it's meant to be like talking about how it's bad. It's not like this is a good thing, but it's literally a book about a man dating a child. That's where the term lolly comes from.
Yeah.
Le Petit Prince was one of my faves as a kid. I had a copy that got absolutely destroyed, and I have no idea how I did it. I can imagine it being a very popular book in France, given that it's a French book. I had never heard of it until the movie came out, and Ash wanted to watch it. The movie is really good though. The whole animation is really cool. Le Petit Prince. How do you say prince in French? Like, it's spelt the same, but how's it pronounced?
Prawn.
Prawn? Prawns?
Prawn.
Prawns? Prawns?
A little prawn.
Fucking prawns. It's a fucking prawn. Have you seen that movie?
I've not seen that movie, no.
Do you know what movie I'm talking about?
I do. I don't remember the name, but I.
District 9, I think it's called.
Mm.
I have seen it. It's a good film, actually. It's by the same studio that did the Chappie.
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. No, it's the same studio that did Chappie with Diane Wood, which is also a fucking great film.
Mm.
Actually, I legitimately recommend you go and watch Chappie.
Yeah, I've heard that one's good as well.
It's got Wolverine and Sigourney
Hugh
Weaver.
Jackman.
Huge
I didn't
Jackman.
realize it had Sigourney Weaver in.
Yeah. And Diane Wood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that literally Diane Wood are two of the main characters in it.
Hmm.
And it's great. Their music is used throughout the whole film and it goes hard. I am a butterfly. I'm trying to find a phonetic translation in English. It's very hard. Yeah, I can imagine there are a lot of French sounds that are also really hard to write, like, convey through text. Like, there's a lot of nasal sounds in French, and I don't know how you would convey that through text.
Like that.
I plan on learning French when I've got my Japanese to a good enough level. I'm gonna get my Japanese to a level where I can like comfortably watch most anime, and at that point I can start learning French without it being an issue, and I'll continue learning Japanese by just watching shows. You know. I am your butterfly. I need your protection. Be my samurai. Because if you can correctly, you can say prince correctly. If you can say one, like un. Was I right when I said petit prawn? Le petit prawn? Le petit prawns? Bane stunned having a stroke. Hang on, I'll get translate up and see if the robot voice can say it. Le petit bon. No, not like that.
Le Petit Prince.
Le petit prince.
Le Petit Prince.
Prince. Why are I sounds A in French? Le petit prince. Is that how you say one in French? Is it un? I thought it was on.
Un.
Google Translate says Oui. Oui.
Un.
Also known as saying yes in Japanese.
Uh,
Oh. I think we should just start our own language.
mm-hmm.
We'll call it Portsmouthian. You have a South accent, so you say it a bit differently. Oh. It's a classic grass versus grass. Or garage versus garage.
Garage.
Garage. I is said like your E in French. Yeah, I know. Like petit prince. Petit prince. Petit. But it's also an A. So it's an E sound depending on the word, and it's an A sound depending on the word. Which, you know, we have I and I, so we're not much better. Like yis and yis. Yif and yif.
Yeah. No.
The yif was rife with degeneracy.
Hate that.
Putting it next to N changes it. There is a strict logic to that mess. Yeah. And also it's a very nasally N, you know. We say N by making a like solid like connection from the tip of our tongue to the top of our mouth, like N. Whereas like le petit pont is much more of a nasal sound. It's more in the back of your mouth. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Points. Kind of like how when we make F, this is a Japanese thing again. When we say F sounds, we go F. We put our teeth to our lips. We're like F, right? In Japanese, F sounds, it's a really subtle difference that you have to legitimately like know about. Otherwise, you'd never know about it. They don't put their like lip to their tooth to go F. They go H. Their lips never come to their teeth. It's almost like an H sound. It's like halfway between an F and an H. Who? That's why coffee is kohi. That makes sense. Kohi. Because there's not much of a distinction between F and H in Japanese. Ah, I'm learning. I think in Japanese it's like H sounds are more like upwards inflections, like E, like he, whereas then downwards inflections like U are like fu. No R in Japanese is a very big pain in my ass. It's a pain in Japanese people's asses as well when they're trying to learn English. I have a really anti-Japanese name because the first two syllables in my name are an L and an R sound. Because I'm Lawrence. Which would be Dodensu. Dodensu, probably. Dodensu du Sedu. Whereas you'd be Joji, I guess? Joji?
Georgie.
Great musician. In fact, yeah, he's called George, but he's Japanese. So he goes by Joji when he does his music. So you would literally be Joji. Goodinu. Goodinu.
Gurido Island.
Would you... Okay, so here's the question, George. If you moved to Japan Because I know how you know that's one of your biggest plans.
Oh yeah, of course.
If you were to move to Japan, would you go by George Green, or would you translate the green?
Midori. Georgie Midori.
Georgie Midori. Arguably cooler, you know.
Midoriya.
But yeah, no R in Japanese. Although, Bashimi, it's not as big a pain in your ass as it would be for a Spanish person. How do you convert arriba to Japanese? Ara. Arriba. I wonder if Japanese people can roll their tongues. Roll their R's. Not roll their tongues.
Roll their ass.
Roll their ass. Can you roll your R's?
Yes, I can.
Brr.
Arriba.
Brr.
Bra.
Skitty bop bop bop.
Skra.
Isn't that different to French ones, to be honest. I'm trying to remember what French words have R in. I did French class in school. The thing is, the Japanese R sound, like LR sound, isn't actually that far from like the Spanish rolling your R. It's just a single instance of it. Like, instead of going ra, you just go da. And that's how Japanese do L and R's. Arrive. A river. a river? You mean like a stream? I thought French R's were like quite far in the back of your throat as well, like arrive. Ra. Isn't it like a ra? Like arrive. Arrive? Is that how you say it? Arrive? Arrive? Fushimi's probably crying inside right now. R in French is a softer version of the Spanish ones. And I'm going to look up how to pronounce arrive.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Pretty much how
That's
you
the
say
thing.
it. Was I close?
Like, the Italian is closer to, like, Spanish sounding.
Arrivé.
Arrive.
Arrivé.
You basically just gargle your R's. Before you speak in France, you have to have a swig of mouthwash. Ooh. Just remember, the only Japanese word you ever need to remember is bakunyu.
Of course.
Fucking bakunyu. For. Maybe you guys just swallow your ass too much. We move it to the front of our mouth. Instead of a ra, it's a ra. We put it in our teeth. You guys gargle your R's, we chew them.
Spread them back out.
Especially if you're from the West Country. Then you really chew on your R's. There ain't no Frodo Baggins here. Jon Snow.
Oh, Jon Snow.
Oh, Jon Snow. One of these days, I'm gonna learn French for like a year straight and not ever mention it, and then one stream I'll just start speaking, like, just have a conversation in French. Because French is one of the easier languages for English speakers to learn, so... You can become, like, proficient in French in under a year. Chewing some R's with the boys. You know I love chewing on some R's. Yeah, I eat R's. How could you tell?
Eating arse. Both had the same idea, god damn it.
Talking to French people would make it easier than in an academic way, I think. Nah, Bashimi. Look. I'm just going to use Duolingo. Every language instructor you ever speak to will tell you that Duolingo is the best way to become fluent in a language.
Mm-hmm.
Undisputed, hands down. My French teacher did actually make us download Duolingo, though. And this was like 10 years ago when Duolingo was still kind of shit. Duolingo is low-key actually pretty good now. I'm just going to watch a load of French movies. I'm going to watch one French movie on repeat. I'm going to watch the one about the Tour de France. I've already forgotten what it was called.
Now, what you got to do, and this is what we did in Spanish, we watched Happy Gilmore in Spanish.
I have actually seen that as a recommendation for learning Japanese, though. Just watch films that you have already seen in English in your target language. I've never seen Happy Gilmore.
You're not missing out.
We did watch a lot of French films, though. Like Taxi.
We watched a lot of Happy Gilmore.
Did your...
I'm not even joking.
Did your Spanish teacher perchance just like Happy Gilmore?
Probably.
Was it like the history teacher in Forrest Gump? I can't remember his name. What was that history teacher called?
I don't know.
He was the round one. He was like really nice. A very nice teacher, quite fat. Become fluent by being thrown into English speaking spaces. Just think, Bashimi, though, like, my live streams are actually probably a really good space for learning English, because not only do you get to practice a lot of just general English skills, but you learn a lot of English bullshit that I don't think you'd learn in most academic spaces.
Fucking Devo, mate.
But like, there's a lot of stuff that if you came out with, a native speaker would not expect you as a French person to know, you know? Monster in Paris is a good movie that I got a bit of tractions in English countries. I have not heard of that one. No, we just watched a lot of... I think it was just called Taxi. It was called Taxi or Taxi Driver. And there were like 4 of those. There was a lot of nudity in them. But I think that was just kind of a thing in French films. French films were a lot less, like, squeamish when it came to having naked people in them than, like, British films. As long as it's just boobs, you know? But there's a lot of very spicy French films. Some of them did take off here. Like Blue is the Warmest Color is a French film. You chat for 3 hours every week. Trust me, we fucked your English. You just go and talk to another English speaker and you're like, do you think he's dead? And they're like, what? Excuse me? The kids around here call me fucking Uncle Devo. Fucking MC Devo, mate. Did you know he uploaded a sequel to Devo Time?
Really?
Like 2 years ago. Because apparently, so I was looking into it. The OG Devo Time thing, I think, was actually a Channel 4 thing. But yeah, he uploaded a sequel to it like 2 years ago, which is really funny because we've been talking about it. Blue is the Warmest Color is dog shit and an insult to lesbianism. I haven't actually watched it, I just know of it. What is it? Okay, what is it with like extremely popular gay films being really shit though? Because if blue is the Warmest Color is shit and an insult to lesbians, fucking the one with Timothée Chalamet, Call Me By Your Name, I thought was actually awful. I genuinely did not like that film. Made me uncomfy. It wasn't a good film. I don't understand the hype around it. Isn't that one pedophilic too? Yes, it is. Because the main character is like 16 and his love interest is like 28. And it's just never talked about. No one watching it talks about it. Like... I feel like a crazy person for being like the person that doesn't like it. I want to find Devo 2. Did he make I think he's released some songs. This is gonna get a copyright strike. I probably shouldn't listen to that.
From fucking Devo.
Let's just skip forwards into the song a little bit and pause the Doom music. Is it just a remix?
Gonna smash this club to bits.
Oh.
Starting with your face. If you want me.
Okay, yeah, it's not good. It's the sapphic Call Me By Your Name. Also, Blue is the Warmest Color is very fetishistic about sapphics. Oh, is it? All I knew is that it was very, very horny and shows a lot. That's all I knew about it. There was another lesbian film that was also quite graphic that came out around a similar time, I think, but I can't remember what it's called. About a woman with a husband. But I can't remember what it was called. Why are no lesbian films just like... Let's just have a casual film about a lesbian romance that isn't just like nudity. Lesbians apparently just can't have a film and it not be about them getting naked. Heartstopper, on the other hand, got lesbian relationships, gay relationships, asexuals. Great show. The latest season was great. Also, the show is like super faithful to the books. Like almost line for line, word for word the same. Which is great. Go watch Heartstopper. There are some, they're just not the popular ones. Yeah, because they're made popular by a bunch of straight dudes that just want to see naked lesbians. Pretty much. So, you watched any movies lately, George?
No.
Damn.
There we go. There's your conversation. No, I genuinely don't think I actually have. Trying to think.
You continued Jujutsu Kaisen?
No, because Blair and I are watching through My Hero.
Damn. You still haven't finished My Hero?
No. We haven't watched it in a bit.
I finished JJK. I finished Kiznaiva.
I do want to watch Kiznaiva again.
I forgot that it had Yuki Kaji in it.
Did it?
Yeah, as the main character.
Oh.
And you get a classic Yuki Kaji scream.
Nice.
Because would it be a Yuki Kaji anime if he didn't scream?
I can think of one character he plays that doesn't scream.
Oh.
It's Kenma from Haikyuu.
And he doesn't scream?
And he doesn't scream.
Are you
Does
sure
he
it's
scream
Yuki
as
Kaji?
Todoroki? Trying to think, does he scream as Todoroki? I don't think he does.
What, in My Hero?
Yeah.
Almost definitely. Watched Tales from Earthsea for the 13th time recently, and everyone should. I've not actually seen Tales
He
from
does?
Earthsea.
Okay, he does.
Yuki Kaji sure can scream. But yeah, I've literally become... Like, I never lost my random weird skill of just being able to identify Yuki Kaji in any anime. I was watching the Junji Ito collection, and Yuki Kaji played a character in one of the episodes, and I was like, that's fucking Yuki Kaji. Junji Ito collection was not very good, by the way. It does not do Junji Ito any justice.
From what I've heard, anime just generally doesn't do Junji justice.
Honestly. But the Junji Ito collection clearly didn't have a very high budget. Which doesn't help, but there were a lot of stills. Like at one point he was one of the characters is running away from a woman who's chasing him, like this creepy woman in a dress. And he hides behind a tree in a forest. And she like runs up past the forest away from him. And it's just a still image of her that they just like drag across the screen. I was just like, what the fuck? Witch Hat Atelier is getting an anime and it's going to be fucking incredible. I have not heard of it. Is that what they call the Mario Odyssey in France?
Yahoo.
Yahoo! forgot to play my music again after I stopped listening to Devo. But yeah, my plan is at some point to rewatch some of the like Studio Ghibli films that I really like and practically know off by heart, but in Japanese with no subtitles. Well, with Japanese subtitles. To see if it helps me learn. Oh, I'm definitely getting ill. Leo has given me a cold.
Oh no.
Why? The longer this stream goes on for, the more I can feel it. The more my throat dies and my headache grows. Still, at least it's not COVID. Like, a few months ago when I started feeling ill towards the end of a stream, and then the next day tested positive for COVID faster than I've ever seen before. Literally, that bar was like solid within seconds. You know how to say Sparrowhawk in Japanese because of Tales from Earthsea? Sparrowhawk. I randomly learned a really good way of remembering how to say like what black is in Japanese. So do you know what black is in Japanese, George?
Yes. Kuro.
Kudo also happens to be how you say the word crow in Japanese.
Oh.
So, black crow, or a black crow, would be kudo no kudo. Or probably kudoi no kudo. But yeah. Kudo. This is crow. Kudo. Never got COVID, and thank fuck for that, my body would not handle it. I've had COVID 3 times, I think.
Got it. Why?
The first time I had it was really bad. The second time I had it was not that bad. And then the third time I had it was really bad again.
First time I had it wasn't bad at all. It was just like a slightly worse cold. Second time I had it, I was literally sick.
Oh damn. I was never sick, but I was in a state of I literally was having like delirium. I was in like feverish delirium. The second time I had it, at one point I in my delirium started hallucinating that I had like a snake in my stomach that was crawling around. And it was actually awful. Kudo is a loan word. Yeah, it's literally crow. Kudo. So black is kudo, which is just how they say black. That's not a loan word. But their word for crow is also kudo, which is a loan word. So it's actually just a coincidence that they're the same thing, but it makes it really easy to remember it.
I remember both times I had COVID, and this happens sometimes when I get ill. I get like, I get fucking like, hallucinations and shit. Usually, like, at night when I'm trying to sleep, and I'm just like, I just can't sleep because it's just these vivid hallucinations are keeping me awake. And like, I get, and that combined with the fact I get It's okay. It's less hallucinations and more just really bad fever dreams.
Yeah, I get that.
I remembered the word fever dream.
No, I get that. Combo that also with fucking I get sleep paralysis demons.
I've never had sleep paralysis.
I used to get it quite a lot before I moved in with Leo.
Hmm.
I haven't actually had it much since I moved in with Leo.
Hmm.
But it's the worst because I would lie there unable to move, but I'd be unable to shout or call out or anything. So you kind of just have to lie there and just accept that it's happening. And my sleep paralysis demon was basically just like a dementor. It was just this shadowy figure that would come over and loom out over me and then would like suck the breath out of my lungs. And I would just struggle to breathe. Good times. I miss him. I wonder where he is nowadays. He's probably why I'm depressed. He's probably stealing all my serotonin. Just slurp slurp, give me your serotonin. You just get a weird little ceiling boy dropping spiders on me. That also sounds horrible. No, I get shadowy figures looming in corners where you're not quite sure if what you're seeing is a thing or not. And then it becomes a thing. Like the film Hereditary does that really well. Really creepy horror film. He starts getting haunted by his grandma, and at one point he's like in his bedroom at night, and you know how in the dark cameras artifact, and you get kind of the weird crispiness and the like boxes and the noise and stuff.
Yeah.
They put a figure of his grandma really faintly in the middle of that, so you can't tell if there's actually a thing there or if it's the camera. It does it so well. Not sure it was actually sleep paralysis. I never talked about it to a therapist. I mean, I've never been to a therapist about mine either. Do people go to therapists for sleep paralysis? That would have been a good thing to know. But yeah, if you ever, I don't know, you're not really a massive horror person, are you, George?
No. I'm a pussy ass bit.
You'd probably fucking hate Hereditary.
Oh yeah.
It's like genuinely up there in one of my top horror films. If you don't want horror, George, look away now.
Okay.
I'll let you know when it's clear. I want to see if the scene will come up, just in pictures. Hereditary. What do I look up? Like darkness. Dark. Is this the one? This isn't the one I'm thinking of, but it is a good example of it. If I open image and new tab real quick. Not a big horror movie fan. They don't really get me, to be honest. I don't like screamers, and only cosmic horror does shit to me. Hereditary is not really a screamer, and more of a like just lightly fucks with you. Ah, wait, hang on. I'm gonna have to turn off my webcam for a minute because I'm gonna cover it otherwise. this isn't really a creepy shot, but you get the vibe that I'm talking about. This is actually one of the less subtle ones, though. But it just does it really well. That's right. I want to find the one I'm thinking of, though. I don't know how else. Maybe instead of looking up Hereditary movie Dark, I look up like Shadow. I don't think I'm not gonna be able to find it without just watching the scene. But it does it really well. But yeah, I quite like. I'm a fairly big horror person. I quite like my horrors. I love zombie movies. There's so few zombie anime. Like, I was looking this up the other day. There's not many zombie anime. Like, actual zombie apocalypse anime.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you've got Cabaneri. You've got High School of the Dead.
Zom 100 is another one.
I've not heard of that one. Is that like an actual apocalypse?
Yeah. I think it's called like Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead,
Oh.
I believe.
Oh, maybe I have heard of that one, actually.
I don't think it's a I think it's less on the like scary zombie.
Yeah, it's more of a
side.
zombie comedy.
Yeah.
Double tap. Isn't there one where the female characters are very breastly boobling around? Yeah, that's High School of the Dead. Where her boobies dodge a sniper rifle round. There's some really good Korean zombie movies, though. Like, Korea definitely has zombie content down. The zombie apocalypse bucket list anime, did they literally just rip off Tom Scar?
I don't know, I've not seen it.
But you've seen the Tom Scar sketch, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Luke.
probably.
I am your daddy.
Oh,
man.
it's that one.
I think it's literally called the bucket list.
That's like
No, the bucket list is a depressing romance, actually, I think. What was that Tom Scar sketch called?
Something. Like Any Regrets or something, right?
Yeah. But it was literally just people crossing things off their bucket lists before they die, right?
It was them saying about things they regret
Yeah, they regret never doing.
Hmm.
Mostly.
Or yeah, because there was also I regret like sleeping with Stacey's with Stacey's dad.
Way. Dude, he's dead. Yeah, I said I regretted it. Train to Busan is on my to watch list. I've heard it's really good. It is really good. That's one of the best zombie films of all time, in my opinion. Not to overhype it, but that's a really good zombie film. And there was also recently a sequel, and I've heard that it is not very good. It was literally just called like Train to Somewhere Else.
Oh, Train to Busan.
No, that's the one we just talked about. Train to Busan is the good one. There
Okay.
was a sequel to it recently that wasn't very good. That was literally just Train to Somewhere Else. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a train to somewhere. I think it began with an S. Train to Sextown.
Wait, am I right, gamers? No, not the gamers.
Oh, maybe there's a film called Peninsula, which is apparently a standalone sequel. That's not the one I'm thinking of. Oh, it's called Train to Busan Presents Peninsula. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But yeah, there's some really good Korean zombie shows as well, and films. Hashtag Alive is a really good Korean zombie film. I really like that one. Sweet Home starts off really good. That's based off of a webcomic. The show starts off really good and really trails off after season 1. What else? There's I can't remember what it's called. Like All of Us Are Dead, or something like that. Us, All of Us Are Dead. Yeah, literally just called All of Us Are Dead. Set in a Korean high school. It's a really good one. I looked up Train to S to see if the movie would come up, but it's just giving me actual train, like Train to Southampton, Train to St. Ives. Because I saw there was another one, but I'm probably going crazy. Train to Scarborough.
Somewhere.
Sweet Home was so good I didn't want to be disappointed by the show, so I never watched it. Season 1 is actually really good. Season 2 is kind of shit. Season 3 is what the fuck.
Apparently, when Blaine googled it, Soul Station came up.
Soul Station? I did see that. Which I thought maybe it was, but I think... Is it an animation? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. It says 2016. I swear it would be more recent than that. I don't know. Recent Korean zombie movies. Zombie for sale. I'm probably just thinking of Peninsula or something, to be honest. The first season of Kingdom was also a pretty good zombie show. I didn't watch the rest of it. I never got around to it, but I think that's also based on a webcomic, but that's set in like feudal Korea and a zombie apocalypse happens. The webcomic wasn't finished when the second season came out, so they basically had to make shit up to complete it. Yeah, and then they made a season 3. Hang on, let's see how many seasons there are. Did they release a season 4 or is it just 3? Yeah, just 3. I don't did I watch season 3? I definitely watched season 2. I think I watched season 3. Korea do some good dramas, especially historical ones. I've watched Parasite, the anime.
Yo.
Parasite was low-key a good anime. I don't know why I said low-key, like that's not a commonly held opinion. Yeah, there's little-known anime Parasite. It got a
What's that?
live-action
Never heard of it.
adaptation,
Hmm.
and it doesn't look good. There's this anime called Parasite. You've probably never heard of it.
No, I can't say I have.
You like Moon Lovers? It's an isekai romance, effectively. You're not a horror person, though. I have not. I'll have to look it up. I've not heard of it. What was the Parasite opening like?
I think it was like, I'm pretty sure it was like kind of heavily auto-tuned one.
Sing it for me.
Dance.
Dance, monkey, dance. Oh!
I think that's Parasite.
I actually know exactly the song you're singing. I can hear the auto-tune.
Yeah. Blaine and I have done many a guess the anime from the opening quiz, and that one's come up a lot.
Alright, George, I'm going to give you a very real scenario here. Say the production company of an anime
Yes.
approached
Mhm.
you
Yes, but I can imagine it already.
and was like, hey, we really like your role in the live streams that Blue the Nerd does.
Mm-hmm.
We want you to have a cameo in our anime. And this can be any anime, like happening or happened. What anime would it be?
So, what anime do I think they would go to me for?
No, what anime do you want to have a cameo in?
Oh.
Or do both. 1, what anime would you like it to be? And 2, what anime do you think it would be?
I
I know it's a very realistic scenario, so you should have
Of
no
course.
trouble.
I will get back to you in a minute. I am in the middle of a boss fight. You answer the question.
Me first.
You
Sword
first.
Art Online.
Oh, true.
for both. I actually don't know what. I feel like Sword Art Online Loki would actually be the most likely, but I don't know what one I would choose. Obviously, you know, most likely being a very relative term. Because they're all very likely.
Of course.
Parasite is like Death Note for me in the way that I watch the first half, get bored, and skip to the ending. I recently rewatched Death Note, and I rewatched all of it. Because I'm not a coward.
When are you gonna watch JoJo?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is actually not as long as I thought it was. I might actually give it a go. I might not, though.
It's a coin toss.
No, more of a dice roll. It's a D100. One
Because odds or evens.
is I watch. One is I watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. 2 to 100 is I don't. You never seen JoJo, and at this point it's just to spite your friend who's a fan. I feel that. One of my colleagues has never seen Star Wars, and at this point she just refuses to watch it because it annoys people who like Star Wars.
I respect that. I also respect going the other way of watching something just to have an informed opinion of how shit it is.
Well, we were talking about it, and I was like, you know what you could do to like really double down is just only watch Ahsoka. Or only watch Acolyte. Or just the sequels, like any of those three. So when a Star Wars person's like talking about it, you go, oh no, I've only seen the sequels. I think they would lose their shit. Oh, sorry, I've only seen Acolyte. Star Wars? Oh, you mean the add-on for Fortnite? I can't believe they made the Fortnite skins into a series of movies, guys. Guys, they made the Stormtrooper Fortnite into a real character, guys. That's crazy. Is that Anakin from Fortnite?
American Fortnite.
Anakin Fortnite? At my work, we've been having, the last 2 weeks have been like a big schools thing. So loads of schools have been coming in to learn about evolution and shit. And there was a kid wearing a hoodie that said Team Imposter, no alibi. And it just had an Among Us on it.
Amogus.
I was like, damn, are people really still Amogusing?
In the year of our Lord 2024.
People still out there being sus?
Sussy Barker.
Sussy Barker. trying to think what the best shirts I've seen are. Like shirts and hoodies. Oh, there was a dude wearing like proper camo combat trousers, like tall military style boots, like ankle boots. And then had a rainbow t-shirt that said, "I love my gay autistic boyfriend."
That's beautiful.
But also, like, low-key, that shirt was cringe, I'm not gonna lie. As someone with a gay autistic boyfriend. What else? I did just see there was a guy yesterday just wearing a Garfield shirt that just said, like, Mondays.
Am I right?
Classic Garfield catchphrase. Or Monday lasagna. Alone, yes, it's cringe. With the full camo, it's peak. Yeah. But it was the fact that you could also tell that, like, there was literally no irony to them wearing this shirt. But you know, I respect it. They got the guts to wear that shirt. There's a disabled woman that comes in quite regularly. She has like a learning disability. She always has a carer with her. But she has a habit of just stroking the male presenting staff members.
Oh.
And it makes me so uncomfortable. And she's learnt my name off by heart. Like a lot of other people, she'll met like 8 times and still doesn't remember their name, like goes up and reads their name tag. And she calls my name from across the room.
You're her favorite.
I honestly, I don't like it. And it's like, you know, I don't want to be mean, like, but also I really don't want her to stroke my arm.
No.
But you kind of, I feel like I can't say anything about it. Because she doesn't know that what she's doing is, like, you know, invading someone's personal space and that they're not very comfy with it. It's not her fault, but also I just don't want it to happen. You got a very cringe hoodie for Christmas a few years ago? Oh no. Was it from, like, an aunt? Because my aunt sends me some pretty cringe gifts.
It was like a cousin, I believe. Or was it an aunt? I don't remember. I think if it's the one I'm thinking of, I don't remember. Oh, it was from an aunt. I thought it was from your cousin.
I'm just a
knew
girl
that...
who loves anime and gaming from my Aunt Jane.
No, I knew the exact top, I just forgot who it was.
It's like, yeah, I mean, my aunt sends me very, like, similar stuff. It's like the classic, I'm not a gamer because I don't have a life, but because I choose to have many. Or as the spin that Nakey Jakey put on it in a video, I'm a gamer, not because I don't have a wife, but because I have never smelled one. Boundaries are still boundaries no matter the person's mental state. I know, but it's like, I can't exactly just sit down with this person and have a discussion with them about my personal space, you know? I'm pretty sure a lightning strike cut power off for a sec. Damn. You send links to merch you want and you still get stuff like that. See, I don't have that excuse of, well, I sent you stuff I like, because I basically am not in contact with my aunt. I just don't ever talk to her. I try and avoid it. Which feels mean to say. She's not that bad, but... My uncle, on the other hand. Because I stopped talking, that very much sounded like I have the classic uncle trauma. I don't, he's just an asshole.
Just a bit of a cunt.
Yeah. I wasn't going to use that word, but...
I will.
He's a bit of an alcoholic, and he can't really hold his drink, and he tries to start fights with my dad a lot. But he's like 6'4", like he's a huge dude, but also like I reckon one punch would put him down. He loves boasting about how he used to be in the army. But yeah, for some reason, every time we have like a family meeting or something, we go over there, he has some drinks and starts yelling at my dad for no reason. And my dad, being my dad, just eggs him on.
Your dad's an absolute lad.
Their carer should be letting them know it's not appropriate. I mean, yes, but that's not even the most inappropriate encounter I've had with like disabled people in the aquarium. So, well, not me personally, but other people, colleagues of mine. Like a old man who was definitely disabled. Like he definitely had a learning disability of some form. I can't remember if he had Down syndrome or what. And he just came up behind one of my colleagues, kissed her on the neck, took her hand, kissed her hand, and slapped her on the ass. And his carer did literally nothing to stop him this entire encounter, and only took him away when the rest of the group went away. Which is pretty fucked. I was there. I witnessed the whole thing. And then afterwards we were just like, what the fuck just happened? What do we even... Like, what do we do? Fun times. Yeah, I would classify that as sexual harassment. For sure. But again, like, I don't really know what I can do, what we could do about it. Like, didn't know the name of the group they were from, or who their carer was, or anything. Like, didn't know what the person was called. We couldn't exactly just go to HR and just be like, a disabled guy slapped me on the ass. It's like, you kind of just had to accept that it happened and move on, which is just a bit fucked. It's the carer's responsibility at that point. I agree, it fully is. But I didn't get the carer's name or anything. Like, there was no way of us to really report it. But you do get some strange people in. Just how it be being in public engagement. There's some excellent stories that people have told working at that place. There's a known guy that would come to the aquarium who he wasn't like abusive, but he was just a bit of an asshole to everybody quite regularly. And we have a UV tunnel that you can walk through. There's loads of like UV paint on the walls so it all glows. It's really cool. And one of my colleagues was with this guy in the tunnel, and he mentioned how cool it would be to like wear some UV makeup. I was like, yeah, I really want to come and like wear some UV makeup in here at some point. It would be really cool. And this guy left and came back the next day and just handed him a thing of UV makeup and went, put it on then.
Go on then.
And my boss was apparently like, do not put that makeup on because he will come back tomorrow with a maid dress. Like, don't do it.
Oh.
So yeah, some strange people. Strange.
One.
I've been messaged on Discord. It was Leo.
Yeah.
I've got a hole in my pocket. Thank God my workplace has a zero tolerance policy. I wish. To be fair, I mean, like, if I had gotten the guy's name, we could have done something about it, but I didn't. We didn't really think to
work
in the
in
moment.
a customer-facing role. and behind a computer all day, just looking at numbers and shit.
Yeah. And also being a charity, like, a very public charity where a lot of the people, like a large portion of the people we have in are disabled in some way, and we are very accommodating of that. So when something like that happens, we're not really sure, like, what do we do? You know? Next time it happens, I'll just throw a punch.
just fucking.
Just a jab. Just a really
Just
fast jab.
Just to get it with a whoop-ha.
Skitty bop bop bop. Alright, let's get back to the fire. Let's vibrate me yellow. Is your name Yellow? Cause I'm gonna vibrate you.
No, it's not, thankfully.
Arson time. Oh, because it's fire. I see. I get it. That's funny. Funny joke. Hilarious. I kind of want to just, like, use this to vibrate my face on camera and see how it looks.
Didn't you do it? Didn't you do that last week?
Maybe. Just like, ow. Oh. go to the big webcam. It looks weird on my nose. The neon red to regular red contrast looks rough right now. Yeah. Well, a lot of the very dark red is going to be mostly smoke. A lot of that isn't going to be actual, like, fire. There'll be, like, some fires deep in it, but it's mostly going to be grey. So do not worry. Because, yeah, it didn't blend at all because that red was so thick. So I'm going to be blending and dry brushing and stuff, which will blend it all together better. Do we think it's mixed enough yet? Let's find out on today's episode of Pee Pee Poo Poo Man. George, what's your favorite anime and why is it Pee Pee Poo Poo Man?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
It's about your life.
Whoa!
You even starred in it.
Yeah.
The cast is
Just
just...
because I started it doesn't mean I've actually watched it.
It's Pee Pee Poo Poo Man, starring George Green as George Green.
Hmm.
George Green as Georgie Midoriya. Pee Pee Poo Poo Man is one of the great work of art of all time, starring Jack Black as Steve. I think I just had a stroke trying to read that then. Pee Pee Poo Poo Man is my favorite Jack Black film. Considering the Minecraft movie was one of the most like anticipated movies of the last decade, since the rumors of it like a decade ago,
Yeah.
I can't believe how badly they've done. You had no idea there was even a possibility of a Minecraft movie? I mean, they've talked about it for like forever. Forever. Forever, ever. I'm Cyrus Jackson. Oh, I am the real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I think it was Miss Jackson that he says forever ever in, right? I'm not mixing it up with like hey ya. Hello, Leo. Did she run away? Egg.
Oh dear. Sorry.
Ow.
No. Okay. What is this nonsense?
Whew.
Hello, Bushimi, 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 Bushimi,
Bushy.
Bushi. This looks so uncomfortable. What's wrong with you? Oh.
The thing is that at its core, Minecraft isn't about some huge adventure where you're destined to save the world. It's a game about exploring the world and living in it as part of it. Yeah.
God, why you made it?
You do kill the Ender Dragon. I don't really know why you kill the Ender Dragon, though. You kind of just kill it because it's there. Like, it's not really doing anything to you. You just invade its world and kill it.
Let's go.
The point is the movie at its core is missing the point. Yeah, and they don't even go and kill the Ender Dragon. That's not even the plot of the movie. The movie's just like, oh, the Nether is invading. Piglins! Piglins! Oopsie. She still loves me, it's okay.
You didn't need to attack me. I'm not the one who forgot to give you dinner.
I definitely didn't forget to feed my cat. In my defense, she didn't ask for food. You know, if she had just told me,
Like, hey, could you feed me, please?
no, I actually think Bashimi is saying what you're doing right now is animal abuse.
What is wrong with you?
I can see.
He's got punched in the face so hard. I don't know what is going on.
Oh, Leo, I'm definitely ill, by the way. You made me ill after being ill for like 10 days.
What? What?
Dude, Spotify is giving me some Darren Core bangers right now.
Bangers. Did you listen to the one I recommended?
I didn't. It wasn't on Spotify that I could see.
Oh, fair. I know they're up on YouTube, which is where I've been listening to them.
I see.
But fair enough.
Yeah, Artemis isn't regal. She's crusty. I got the lines wrong. Sweet home. Darren Korb released a song that isn't a banger challenge. Sorry, who is it that sings as well? I've forgotten her name.
Ashley Barrett.
Ashley Barrett. My brain keeps going Ashley Birch. Like, wrong Ashley. Burning for me. So I'm going over the really dark red with the like vivid red. And then what I'll probably do when that's dry is I'll water down some of the orange and I'll go over it with a really watered down orange so the orange just like fills in the gaps and makes it like it's all glowy inside all the gaps. And then I'll start dry brushing on the smoke. And it should look pretty cool. But there's a bit less of a just a stark line between the darker red and the light red now. But this fluorescent paint doesn't go very far. Because it's quite thin, the paintbrush kind of just wicks it all up. Vegetarian semen paint. No, that is clear like water. In fact, the original post might have even just said like actually water. Probably not going to finish this fire on stream. I'll probably end up finishing it off stream, just judging by like how much there still is left to do. And you know, we've got 10 minutes left. I don't actually know what song this is that's playing right now, which, because I'm a fake fan, probably means it's a Monster Hunter song. It is, yep, it was. Even Elder Dragons tremble, Nergigante the chase.
Hell yeah, my boy.
It's all like bum 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 ba-da-la-la-lum. It's no Balrog at home, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but it should be really good when it's done. Much like the Balrog at home, which I'm still very proud of. I'll probably end up finishing... I don't know if I'll finish the Heldrake and then finish the base on stream, or if I'll finish the base and then finish the Heldrake on stream. Don't know. But it's looking good so far. Looking good. It looks horrifically oversaturated on camera. I cannot do anything about that. It's also very glossy right now because it's obviously wet. Unlike women around George.
Hey, yo, am I right, gamers?
Am I right, gamers? Don't know why I'm saying gamers like I'm Stephen Merchant.
Gamers!
Am I right, gamers? Say Apple. What did you say, Leo?
You're becoming a Janna.
A Janna. Ooh. Death.
Unlike. Livent.
Nivant.
Livent.
Livant. Unlive.
Unalive.
Unalive me, daddy. It's probably a good place to end the stream, to be honest.
When you singing Unalive Me Daddy.
We've got like 3 minutes left. I'm slowly dying of disease. Leprosy, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
Would explain your thingies.
Who would it? I thought you were just gonna say it would just explain you.
I
Just
mean,
would
that
explain you. Yeah. Gamer, girls are muddery as fuck in near me. What? Girls are dry as fuck near me. Right, I get it. God, that was a struggle. I really like not anagrams. What are they called?
No idea.
What's it called when multiple letters spell out words? Like Gamer, and it would be... It's not an anagram. What's it called?
Acronym?
Acronym. I love acronyms where the last letter of the acronym is the acronym.
Yeah.
Because then they're just never-ending acronyms. Like RGSIR. Really good systems are really good systems are really good systems. I don't know why that was the only example I could think of. Anyway, fire. Goodbye.
Anyway,
Thank you for watching, Bajimi. Thank you. Goodbye. See you next week. Bye.